I don't want to be lost.
Say something real quick, T.
Something real quick.
That's you looking like you're hitting the right the right stuff.
Dang. I gotta be screaming at these people.
You lost.
I'm still not ready to quite talk to you right now.
Okay.
But I just wanted to tell you that this thing was going to be variegated.
Nice.
I didn't buy it because it was variegated. It was supposed to be regular.
But it turned variegated
Mm-hmm.
because it got that dog in it.
I have no clue.
Oh, good job. He had Bagagwa zoomies. As you can see, the bed was destroyed.
You ain't fix it.
No, I had to go to my podcast.
Go fix the bed. Go fix the bed.
That dog don't know how to
I
fix
made
nothing.
it up for you to get in. Come here.
Go to mommy.
Come here. Come here.
Where am I going?
Bring your Bigfoot self here.
Oh, a Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Come here.
Bubbies, go, mom.
Come
Pat's
here.
here.
Hey, what's up, Pat?
At least somebody listens. Don't you come here now. He's sweet girls. Lovely sweet girls. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. What you breaking over there, Mr. O'Shea?
Everything. I almost spilled my drink. Golly.
Oh man. Let's see if I can do this right. I'm gonna try to make a quick Instagram promo.
Insta-fam.
Create a post. I make a reel. Make a reel.
What you doing? What you doing, little Bigfoot?
We're doing it live.
Alright, that looks good. Next. Oh yeah, that looks good. Next. There we go.
We're doing it live.
Alright.
Here. Here. Live. 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 We're not in. Not yet.
Alright, share.
I'm gonna steal the declaration of these nuts.
Hey, else.
Oh, I just got tagged on a post on the gram. Hold on, let me. Oh no, that was you. All right.
Yeah, it was I. It was I. I got that out there. Bruh. Man, well, it looks like you had a very eventful weekend, just like me. I was very engaged in the fish catching on your end.
I wasn't. That was the problem.
Yeah,
Golly.
they turned on real fast for you at the end. Thought that was fun.
That's one word.
Gotta respect the little Z-Man now. That little Z-Man pulling in. Well, how big was she?
5 pounds, 5 ounces.
Jeez, oh, little Z-Man fry minnow. That's wild.
A little size, like 8 hook.
Yeah. I can't even knock it. Last year I caught that was it the 8 pound 3 ounce on that little little 6 cents panorama 2 inch boy on a Euro tackle tungsten head. That was fire. Man, I don't know, when they're dialed into that small bait size, those big ones they just get stupid. They just want to eat it.
I mean, just like me for real, but like, it's just not good for your mental health. I mean, it can be good, but I said it during the fight that if I broke off, I was just going to go home.
Yeah,
I was absolutely
facts.
serious. I would have just said, all right, y'all, I'll see you sometime next year, and just hit end and just went home.
That heartbreak would have lasted for at least a year and some change. And then you'll be lying to yourself like, man, it was a catfish, it was a turtle, and oh yeah, no. That ain't worth.
That damn green carp, man, I ain't got time for those things.
That's funny.
I switch up and go saltwater.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's the determining factor.
Nah, I go get some Salt Life t-shirts and a bunch of fish bites and no live bait needed jig heads.
Just call it a
See
day.
me at the jetty.
Just it. We done on this fresh for a bit. We are done on this freshwater for a bitty.
Sell all my stuff.
All right.
Let the people come in.
Yep.
Then we got to hear about the Gate City Classic.
It's almost turned to Gate City Tragic if the wind didn't start.
Oh, the Gate City Tragic.
Dog, I even called it. I got saved by the wind. From the start to finish, all I said, man, I need some wind. Man, I need some wind. Man, I need some wind. Freaking 10 o'clock, gust started coming in. I said, all right, let's go see if I can go turn it on.
Dang.
Yeah, it was fun. I got to fish it my way. Like, I think that was those are more fun to me than trying to figure out, like, just following the pattern on the lake. Like, I guess I was following the pattern on the lake, but what everybody suggests that you should do on the lake, just going against that. And yeah, I got to go fish it because on my strategy, my baits that I like throwing, super comfortable. I was once I saw the way that the bass were stacked up, like out there in open water, I was like, yeah, it's time to tie the flutter spoon on. And that thing, I love it. I love it. Sea Dye 33 in the bag. Yo, thanks for that prime.
Butter spoon. That man's eating toast with a butter spoon.
Yo, came in Septembered up. Thank you for giving me Jeff Bezos's Sea Dye money. I appreciate it.
Hell yes.
I appreciate it. How's it going over there on the YouTube? Thanks y'all for the likes. Whomever's over there. Is that you over there throwing likes? I need to throw a like on my own stuff. I can't. No, YouTube won't let me. Oh, well, there you go. And you got the number one fan. Damn, you got everything.
Hell yeah, just raking them in, dog.
Let me see. Remove. Putting time out. Hide user from channel. Hide user on this channel. Oh, I can add you as moderator. Would you like to be a moderator on the YouTube side?
You might regret it, but go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't even know what those powers are.
Me either. That's why I threw it to you. You can enlighten me once you've seen that side of things.
Change title toe pick session.
Yo, don't do that.
Dang. No regrets.
No regrets.
With the people. Almost there. I read it earlier. I don't know if it's true that Bass Pro Shops bought Hobie.
That is official, T.
That's official.
That is super official. That is
All right.
extremely official.
That should be fun.
That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. That should be fun. Yeah. I don't
Not that I'm buying one or anything. I'm just curious.
like. I want to know what was the conversation at the point where Bass Pro realized how many warranty claims are still live that are out there before picking up that brand. But I mean, I'm pretty sure if you were a Spark, I mean, they've been pretty good on the business side for me to not think that they didn't do their research. But yeah, they're bringing the factory to Missouri, I think, last posted.
Yep.
So yeah, more American-made jobs are coming back. Looks good. They can probably talk to President Trump and see where they can get some more stuff going. I wouldn't be surprised if they reach out and start talking about that. I don't even think that man has any conservation in his plan. I think Project 2025 takes conservation out so they can do oil drilling. Never
Yeah,
mind.
we taking out the forest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember reading that in Project 2025 that they pretty much decommissioned federal conservation for taking resources before saving resources.
So when we're in our Ascend Pro Angler 14 in our 360 swivel seat, we
With
can
a
watch
broken.
as the forests are starting to just get completely carpet bombed. It's like, man, this is
What if they actually brought that up? What if they just fucking like kill the Ascend and try to merge it into Hobie, so you get the Ascend Tournament 133X 360?
oh my god.
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be crazy. You're gonna have a seat crack, a drive brake, and you'll be sitting in a tub.
Oh my gosh. All right, a couple battery boxes pre-wired.
XI3 comes with. Oh shit, no, that can't come with it anymore. Minn Kota Tarova comes with it out the rip. Yo, yeah, what's up, Michael?
$6,000 package deal at your local Bass Pro.
Yep.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll see. I think Chad Hoover put out a video on it. A couple of people, Alex was it Alex Figueroa, the dude down in Florida who does kayak stuff. He put out a video early, and then a couple people have trickled in with their thoughts. But I will say Chad Hoover hit it on the head. When everybody's saying like if it's going to fail or not, he even said it. He was like, "No, Hobie has failed. It's done swapped hands from U.S. to Mexico back to the U.S. It has failed. The business has failed. This is recovery mode." So we'll see
Right.
how they revive their brand.
Have you been following? Oh man, I forget the name of it. But there's that company that one of the guys from Vibe started, and it's got some
Camino Journey.
Yeah, Camino Journey. What do you know about Camino Journey?
I know a little bit of a lot. Right now, it's due for 2026. It's going to be Chinese made, not American made. So we have to wait for that. They are released or semi-released in China right now. They did a lot of their testing and production runs so far there. Joshua, the owner or previous owner with Vibe, is head of that. And yeah, I know one guy who's already tried to apply. I know 3 people that I've met in real life that are trying to apply to be on a pro team for the Camino Journey when it hits the U.S. But as of what I know of it right now, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good kayak. It's just going to fit in the same areas that we already see now. You're going to have your SUP-like kayaks. You're going to have your medium.
SUP.
Yeah, you're gonna have your medium style kayaks like the Shearwater was. They're not making anything like a flagship battle boat like to compete with like the current XTRs and Titans and things like that. But they're really sticking with that Shearwater style with a couple of twists. I think they're like the perfect in between like where Vibe was and where Crescent was with their lineup. But yeah, their Facebook has like the whole lineup. He's posted everything that they plan to release next year, and they're also, I think they're doing pre-orders now. But yeah, I don't.
That's what sucks.
I have no idea how he's going to get those to America. I think that thought process was done before tariffs and the prices went crazy. So we'll see. But bringing that plastic back to the U.S., I think plastics are taxed. So good luck.
You got to paddle it from China to get it here.
Yo,
It'll
facts.
take off $200.
Yeah. You're probably going to take off some plastic. You're going to probably take off some human lives. There's going to be a lot of things missing on that travel.
We got to risk it for the biscuit, big dog. That's what we doing out here.
I hear you.
Putting the journey, Camino journey, dog. Golly.
Yeah, it's 100% that life. It's definitely going to be a lot cheaper because you don't have to import the plastic. But once you have the actual items fully configured, that plastic turns into weight on a shipping container. And then that plastic is also going to be a lot heavier than the... I don't know. Would a pallet of the raw material be more than the finished product? I mean, maybe not. Yes, somebody's going to get paid. Somebody's going to lose some money. So, but yeah, the release should be next year, based off what they've been posting on socials, and it has the eyes and ears of a lot of people because it is not the norm. I think that's more so why people enjoy it. It's not the current heavy marketed heavy hitters of marketed people that we see right now in the kayak industry. So we'll see.
We need the weekend enthusiast market.
Yeah.
To get some, like a nice surge of, not necessarily new stuff. I think just a little bit more conscientiously marketed stuff for your folks that, you know, they still got a 9 to 5. They're still putting 40+ hours. They're just trying to have fun on a weekend and not do a lot of competitive stuff, but they still want features.
Yeah.
And don't want to have to modify and drill a bunch of holes. You know what I mean? Like that kind of. There's plenty of those folks out there. It's just they're not driving the market, so they're just kind of waiting for their Bass Pro Shops at 10 Pro Angler 14 Johnny Morris edition KVD version to come out, and until then,
360 Hobie Johnny Morris no scope.
Exactly. So either way, it'll be. I mean, there's, if anything, there's a lot to choose from, right? Like you can go like Super China, the Hoodoo Sports, the Real Yaks.
Yeah, Hammerhead is another one that's down in Florida, Louisiana. That's made it over.
Yeah, they're out there, man. Like you don't have to do much Googling, and you can come across a whole lot of stuff pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And the used market's still pretty strong.
Used market is fire.
Especially as it starts to get colder. You all know this. Like people don't want to store their stuff, and they had their fun during the summer, so they start selling what they bought during the summer sales, and that's going to be a thing too. So.
Yeah, I always look at our marketplace. There was a guy selling a Titan. No, it wasn't a Titan. I think it was an older Slayer, 13 for like $1,200. I messaged so many people that I knew that wanted a kayak at one point this year. I was like, yo, this is a steal. Buy it. None of them have given me a thumbs up or replied. I don't think they want them.
Send it to me so I can lowball the dude like crazy.
Yo, you're gonna die. He gonna agree to your terms and then rob you. Don't do that.
I'm like, bro, I got a unicycle and like 14 shells.
Yo, you know what? His post did not say no trade, so you're actually in the green.
If it's up, it's still available.
If it's, I know what I got. I saw on the Hoodoos. I was not impressed. Yeah,
good deal coming your way.
You got a good.
Julian's here. Your way. Welcome in.
Hey, Julian. Great job last weekend.
Great job. I don't know what we're saying. Oh, he was at the Gate City Tragic?
No, he was at Gate City Classic. It was going to be
it
was going to be a Gate City Tragic for me if I didn't adjust to the wind.
There it is. All right. Got to adjust to remember, the first word in wind is wind. You just got to lose the D.
Hell, hold on now. Hold on.
Hold on to the D.
Hold my D.
Oh,
Marshawn and
Darren Sharp, the
Marshawn
hardest safeties in
in the league. Greg Jennings with a broken leg.
Put the team
On
on
my
my back.
back
Let's go into the
down.
mind of a Greg,
Greg
Jennings.
Jennings. Talk about being on the internet. My man had it in a chokehold.
Julian said his last minute fish. He tried to muscle in, cost him a top spot. TOC.
No.
Oh.
Bruh. With how many roll downs there was, I was so surprised how many people were able to get in. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. That is not what you want to see. Damn, man. I mean, technically, you can still be on the water though for TOC since the Yak and YOLO's happening. Damn.
So are y'all's trails wrapping up in October, or do they keep pushing?
There's a couple that will be going on after, but for my area, ours ends not this coming weekend, but the following. So the 4th and the 5th. Yep. Yeah. So regular season ended, both local clubs, and then Tournament of Champions. I think there might be one of the Eastern side of things happening, but yeah. We'll probably see how that goes.
Sweet.
I think we got a full house. We're 20 minutes in. Welcome everybody. Thank you all for coming in and joining. If you're on the YouTube, we appreciate you. If you're on the Twitch, welcome back. Episode 14, T. 14. I mean, we've been out for about 3 weeks to a month, but we'll blame it on the transition, getting us sick and the kids sick and all the other stuff. Man, it's been a roller coaster. I'm still feeling it. Like one of my nostrils will not allow air to go in or out.
I'll tell you what, if you get some Procure smelly jelly, garlic, some of that Bang, get some of that Bang aerosol they got down there at the Walmart. That's got dust on it. Oh my gosh, put that straight to a bag, boy, and take a breath.
Ugh, no bueno. My wife got me
the future.
My wife got me this thing. I actually enjoy it so much.
What is it?
It's just a little clicking frog.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm not a fidget person. I just like frog sounds. I like frog sounds. So this one just fit. It just
like frog sounds.
Yeah, getting froggy.
That's what's up. All right. Well, this was your title, if I remember correctly. So where are we looking at? What is the range of discussion?
Man, it was pretty much everything. Like, you and I stream. We've been on the internet. We've seen fishing. We've done some fishing on the internet, and most of our chat on the Twitch side is also on the same side of things. So I wanted a topic that we all can relate to in some type of form. And for viewers, I mean, technically you guys are there with us too. So, and just to go over, like, I won't even say the pros and cons, but like what have we learned from this? Because I damn sure know I've become a hawk when it comes to reading chat for weirdos. Like I love it. I can get it right then and there. As soon as I see like the first couple of lines, I'm like, all right, I know where this is going. I've gotten a sixth sense to how the chat's energy and vibe goes when a new person comes in. And I mean, I guess that goes around for all the chats. But yeah, things like that. I mean, we were even talking about me on the water streaming, things that we've learned, you know, just small things like that. That's the main thought process of what it was, just to get more people involved in the chat to talk about their experiences streaming, the goods, the bads, what they've learned.
There he is.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess I'll kick it off because I really did want to talk about. So one of my favorite things that I've learned, tough skin. don't let chat influence your day on the water. I can't remember. It was early when I was bank fishing. I can't remember what the dude did, but I do remember I came home and I did an online search on him, and I realized I was chasing a random that really was a no lifer, and then I realized like I can't be doing that. It's not worth it. But he did ruin my day. T, why did you redeem hydrate? Why do you keep doing that during the live stream? Stop hitting. I
don't think I clicked that. I feel like that's just my computer.
Oh man. So that was one of the things, like, and then following up with that, like listening to suggestions from your first time chatters on fishing. This happened. I want to say this happened during the tournament. Was it during the tournament? Was it this tournament or another tournament? We realized the dude was. Oh no, this was during practice. This was during practice 2 weekends ago. We were able to generalize the area where Buddy was from because of his lure selection he was suggesting to me. The back seating was. You proud of yourselves? Are both of y'all proud of yourselves?
So hold on. So you doxed dude based on his recommendations?
Yo, we all doxed him easily. Okay, here you go, T. I want you to throw it. Word. Pat doubled up. I want you to throw an inline spinner, followed by a tube, followed by what else did he say? What else did he say? Damn it, we should have recorded it. Did he say a spoon? He said
Minnesota.
Yo, facts. He was north. We figured out. We were like, yo, you're northeast. And then he said we came down to a tube. We were like, you're not northeast. You are actually Midwest. And then he's like, yep. But yeah, we generalized where he was. First time in the stream, first time chatting, just telling me what to throw because practice is pretty much over. I found a pattern, but we're on our way. I'm just throwing everything out the kitchen sink just to see if I can get another bite. And so he decided that he wanted to throw everything that he would throw in his clear water in my chocolate milk stained mud poles, and thinking that it'll work. And in his regard, I wholeheartedly believe that he thought he was onto something. But at the end of the day, I do realize that a lot of people who fish a certain way in certain areas, they only know that what they know. They haven't been to the other extreme of their fishery, where the fish can't see a damn thing, or cloudied water. But that was another like super. I think I've become thick-skinned to that. I've enjoyed playing that game now. Like when somebody starts suggesting certain baits and I know it's out of the ordinary. Oh, he told me to throw a spinner. Yeah, and I told him I don't like throwing spinners. I'd rather throw a chatterbait. Then he went to inline spinner. And then we got somewhere in the Midwestern style of baits. He never said a jig. He never said like a drop shot. Nothing that I would think somebody fishing that area would also, just to throw you off. Like, You can't really figure out where they are if they're saying they're throwing a jig and a drop shot. You can only assume at that point. But yeah, so when you said inline spinner and a tube, we already knew where we were going. We were going on a trip to the Midwest.
Flannel starts activating as soon as they hear all that. Holy
cow! What's the coffee shop that's in the Midwest in Canada?
Tim Hortons?
Yeah. Timmy coming out. My man was about to start sipping. But
was it Laser Beam?
Yeah, right. No, it wasn't Laser on his alt accounts.
No, he throws jigs. Never mind.
Yeah, he throws jigs and chatterbaits, and I think he also threw like a tube at one point too. But yeah,
he's a dude. He's really from Texas, but somehow landed in the north.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all right.
It happens. It happens to some people.
There's a couple folks come to mind, but
Yeah, I mean, he could have been worse. He could have said he's from Ohio.
Oh man, heard of Chris out there. Good Jesus.
They had to nerf him. That's all that was.
Me and Chris will be in Alabama in a couple weeks. I'm gonna go fishing Lake Gunners Village.
Is that a straight up fishing situation?
Yeah, straight up fishing. Mini retreat meetup.
That's what's up.
Yeah, a little community gathering. Yeah. He said, "Shots fired. Chill."
I'm jealous because I want to be closer to the home of LeBron James.
Bruh, does LeBron even live out there anymore?
No, but Akron, he put Akron on the map.
He definitely did. He's giving back to that damn town too. But yeah, what else has happened on the water?
Y'all know I'm jealous because I got like hurricanes that might come my way soon. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna need to go to Ohio soon.
You gotta get away from the coast.
Golly.
Oh, I've gotten better with like outwardly racists since I've been on the internet doing this streaming stuff. Oh man, that's been one of the all the viewers can see at one point was like my hands and my feet. My man gave me a ringer.
Well, I mean, right? Okay, so that's like, oh man, I mean, that's the beauty of people hiding behind keyboards, right?
Facts.
If we know this, I will tell you my favorite anecdote, and I got to get him on here at some point. But if y'all know my partner in crime, Me Mike, he's been very, he's got a lot of attraction on like TikTok. And
Me Mike.
Back when I first dragged him out to go skunk at my spots that I told him were going to be great, before he got his own kayak and found out exactly where to go instead of where I recommended. I remember he went live on TikTok one of the times, and he said, "I'm just going to try it out." So this was his first time ever going live from the water, and at that point I had already had like 4 or 5 years experience. So I didn't tell him what to do, but I said, you're really out here to fish. So don't let these people distract you, because then you're gonna be frustrated, because you had time that you can't just get back. And so he was close enough to me so I could hear him, and I had mine going too. So like I was kind of just letting my stuff run, but like I'm watching him, and he doesn't have like text to speech or anything, so he's got to lean into it and like read all the stuff.
Yeah, he's got to go in there and read it.
So I can't see what he's seeing, but I can hear everything he's responding to verbally. And it took a grand total of maybe 10, 15 minutes. And I could tell he was getting agitated. And I can also, like, he mentioned, something about race. And I'm like, oh shit, here we go. So I kind of like stopped talking to my people, and I'm just listening to where if I got to go intervene or something like that. And he had mentioned something like, it's like, oh yeah, so I shouldn't be fishing. What should I be doing? And then you wait like 20 seconds. Oh, I should be playing basketball. And I was like, oh hell.
Yep.
And then he had said something like, I don't remember what, but he ended the statement off. He's like, oh yeah, well, I bet I could choke you out though. And I was like, God damn, he's sitting there threatening to choke people out on chat. And I'm like,
not choking the chat.
Like, come on. And I just like having him, because he switched his whole tone up. Like I could hear it in his voice. There was no joking involved, because like you can tell when somebody's joking usually.
Yeah.
But he's like dead ass looking in the camera talking, I could choke you out. I'm like, oh man, here we go. So I mean, it's you kind of, I mean, what do? Do you ignore? Do you talk back? What's the plan to hassle or rehassle the folks that are just out to do some bullshit?
I like, if it's lighthearted, I'll follow, but if it's just straight direct, you gotta go. I think Buddy was throwing out, like, he was trying to figure out, and he wasn't American, but he was trying to figure out a translation to drop a hard R into the N-word somehow, so text to speech could get it out. And eventually he got close to it, By the time he got that close, he was already banned. But it's just. Yeah, like you said, behind the keyboard, it gets weird. Yeah, what's up, Mr. Fisherman Ryu? Welcome back. Yeah, people definitely try to get weird on the internet, especially when the skin tone's different. But yeah, like I said, that's something I've learned is that, thanks for that follow. That's definitely something that is becoming more apparent, especially in today's political atmosphere. Like you have to have a thick skin and be ready for the situation. It's going to happen. It's an easy it's the easiest fruit to pick.
Well, unfortunately, I think it's nice because you can still like poke fun and like be, like we're not talking like, it's not rainbows and sunshine and butterflies. Like obviously, especially the folks that are used to it, right? Like you have what people refer to as like a community thing, right? Where they have that familiarity. Like Seedeye knows I'm joking about Ohio. He knows, like my humor style, and people know your humor style and like all that kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
And that's helpful because like that's your people, so you can have that back and forth and have all those kind of things. Because matter of fact, like because we're all happy. I'm just happy people show up. You know what I mean? If you don't cuss me out, that's great. Like I'm not like I'm bare minimum here. Like you come in, I got people.
As long as I'm not getting bullied. As long as I'm not getting bullied, facts.
Yeah. So like the facts that we have people that come in and they know we're just out. Realistically speaking, I think a lot of what we're doing, like we're not going live because we need help. If I need it, I'll ask for it. You guys know this. But at the same time, it's like, I'm speaking on behalf of myself, but I think this is true for a lot of our folks that we consider to be like a part of these regular kind of discussions and communities. It's really just to bring people with us, right? Like you're not physically able to come along, but I'll bring you along on a phone camera, and we can shoot the shit or whatever like that. And it just becomes like this back and forth. It's banter, right? But it's not designed to distract. Cause like, if I really need to lock in, I'm going to shut the hell up and focus for a second so I can keep being on top of my stuff. And then once we're kind of cruising, we're right back into it. The fact that you go live during like competitions, I don't know if I could do that because I feel like I'd just be a complete asshole to everybody because I'd be trying to focus, especially when there's money on the line. And you'll see like these like pros now will go live, but they ain't paying attention to no damn chat. They can't.
They can't.
So it's like, it's one of those type of deals. Like I feel as though where I'm trying to go with this is I think the more we interact, but we're not interacting in a very serious tone, as far as like we're not talking about like the actual activity we're doing, I feel like it's less likely that you get people coming in trying to like backseat. Does that make sense where I'm coming from?
Yeah. When the vibe is more on the casual banter side, you'll have less direction from a backseater. I wholeheartedly.
It's just an observation. Obviously, there's always going to be outliers. But like somebody come in and talk about fart jokes and we're farting it up. You know what I mean? Like it's just not that. It's not just supposed to be that serious. Or if we're talking about food or you know what I mean? Like there's not. You can still say. I think that's some of the interesting things about the fishing, especially going live. If you're playing a game like a competitive video game, think about like traditional live streaming on the platforms we use. Like I can't talk about fart jokes and try to win the game in Warzone. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to happen.
Some people can. Some people leave half of their brain for chatting and half of their brain for the game. It's really difficult.
I don't have enough Adderall to do that. So I just got to make the right phone calls. I guess what you're talking about.
They definitely be on that.
Yeah. So I mean, and I think everybody probably makes even like either the broadcaster or even in chatting, there's always the opportunity to unfortunately either take it too far or to say something that isn't meant to be negative that ends up coming off. Is that even with the chat, because chat is text.
Yeah.
Even with text to speech, that's not that real voice. That's the random ladies trapped in my phone that's saying that stuff. So like you don't have context, you don't have the like non-verbal, so to speak. So like there's still that kind of like it's hard to
there's
pull
a
the
disconnect.
personality out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's
that
human
becomes
element.
it's just another thing to navigate. But I do think the viewers do have an opportunity to learn, or at least what I find interesting about a lot of people that broadcast streaming is that it's not about the fishing, it's about them, their character. So like talking about what we've learned is that you've got people that have a very strong character or personality that we come together because of the activity, but you tend to enjoy it because of what they bring to the broadcast, not necessarily the fish or not. That's just a bonus, right? Like that just makes it more like that keeps your interest where you're paying attention and looking in the background and all that kind of stuff. Like I feel like if folks had the opportunity to hone in on some of those things, there would be less shenanigans, right? Like you're always gonna have trolls, and I get it. You're always gonna catch ligma. If you're not catch fish, you'll catch some ligma, and that's fine. But I mean, it comes with the territory, right?
Yeah.
So you know how to. You learn quickly whether or not you can do it and get frustrated or not, like pretty quickly. Like it's not you really don't like get used to it. You either like get it or you don't.
Facts.
My opinion.
Speaking of the ligma, did you see the new cooking streamer who's been getting? he's so straight cut that he's reading chat and he does not pick up on all of the old school like jokes. It's so funny. That dude gets rattled.
I had read that it was kind of supposed to be like that's part of the show. Like he apparently knows that that's happening, but just plays into it.
Oh no! I wish I didn't know that. Dang,
he's apparently a comedian, right? So he uses that to like add to like. So he plays kind of like the naive, like Ned Flanders kind of mentality.
I'm done then. If he's an actor, I'm done. That's funny. I love.
That's what I read, but I read it on TikTok, so it could be absolutely fucking wrong.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff there is.
Yeah, it's TikTok.
So I mean, I can say it like all my peeps that come hang out. Again, like all my like I appreciate every single person that comes in, even if they come in and say "fuck you," don't throw that, and all this kind of like, hey man, your breath smells like forklift grease, and just keep it moving. But like all the people that come in on a regular rotation, I'm cool with it. Like you come in, some people like that's a part of the process, right? So like folks that are just hanging out like that, everybody come. I don't care if you're from Australia, if you're from Alabama, or anywhere in between. Like we just hanging out, that's cool, and that's there's no expectation. Like y'all know, I'm not even affiliated on Twitch. Like people can just come in and
T, what they breath smell like?
Forklift grease.
Oh shit! Oh no! You can't be out there with the Home Depot forklift, bruh.
You ain't heard me say that on live before? I say that.
That's 10 out of 10. I'm stealing that one. I'm telling that to my wife. I'm telling her breast like.
Oh, that ain't my. No, we gotta delete this one.
Yeah, instantly. I'm flaming that wife. She probably gonna say I'm built like a damn forklift grease. But
hell yeah, just tell her she better get her certification.
Yeah, you gonna need a cert ride this one. Oh.
God damn. So yeah, I mean it's the dynamics, the social dynamics. It can easily distract.
Yeah,
absolutely be a distraction very quickly.
Yeah, when you said because I streamed the competition, my brain is always focused on that, and then there's a little bit that drips out for the chat. So there's always time to banter if I'm not in the last hour 3 fish in a live well, because then I'm crying trying to figure out my last 2 bites. But yeah, it's definitely it's gotten me to a point where mentally I think I've become stronger, like fortitude, while in tournaments. Also, I'm not taking the tournaments extremely serious, as I would earlier in my career of tournament fishing. But yeah, it has definitely been mental gymnastics, especially when I need to. Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Pat. Mental gymnastics when I need to focus and then also converse with chat to kill the dead air of me pretty much sweating bullets trying to figure out where I'm gonna catch these next fish at, because I am spinning out. What else have I learned online?
Where's your paddle?
It's back there. That's not the point. Code names for your fisheries, because everybody wants your spot. That's one of the things that, man, I never, like, I understand about vultures, but streaming in our area, there's only a certain few areas that don't look like where you're at, and I think it's been 3 times where I've said where I'm fishing at, and the person already knows it, which I can already assume the person's already probably an angler, but man, I don't get it, because I could tell the person the spot, but they probably still wouldn't be able to fish it. Like, they'd probably be there catching bluegills or crappie or not even anything at that point. But
fish brain.
Fish brain. I remember Buddy put that thing on the buffet. Everybody was out there trying to catch a dang 5-pound bass. Like, fish brain, man. That's what I've learned online right now in the water. Don't look at fish brain no more. That thing is saturated with lies and horrible information. Horrible information.
Yeah, I just bought a pro membership, so I'm trying not to get.
Scroll back up in the chat. No regrets. No regrets. Like, you should not be buying fish brain. Please don't. Do not. But T, what's been one of your being online and fishing? What have you? What could you give for advice and or observations?
Apparently, there's a lot of alligators behind me that I've never seen before.
That's true. That is definitely something that's been happening.
A lot of people are willing to subscribe if you jump into the water.
No, they won't. I'm gonna tell you this right now. They won't subscribe to you because you jump in the water. They want control.
Damn. Okay. Well, I got to rethink a few things, but it's more of. I mean, a lot of people don't know what I do for a living, but I deal with people. Let's just put it that way. I deal with people for a living. Like, that's my day job. So it's not difficult to kind of read the room. And I try to match people's energy pretty well. And I think that's something that you definitely have to learn pretty quickly.
True.
Because, like, if somebody wants to come in and be a shithead, then that's what you're going to get. If you want to come in and just be kosher and cordial, you're going to get that. If you come in and ask a question because you're curious about something, related or not, you'll probably get an answer. And, I think it really does help because, I don't broadcast for any level of financial gain, right? Like, there's no incentive to be nice.
True.
I don't have sponsors. I probably won't have any. That's fine. So there's no incentive to be nice because I have no reputation to uphold. So there's a lot of freedom involved just to kind of freelance it. And that is important, I think, for a lot of reasons. But, we're not new to this. Like, we're new to some of the stuff we do, but the actual, like, activity that we're engaged in, both mentally and physically, is not new. And I think that gives us and other folks that kind of do the same thing a lot of freedom to really create the environment that they want. There's nobody to impress, right? Like, I'm never out there like, oh man, I hope all these new people that might come in really hang around. And, like, I don't care. If they want to, great. If they don't, great. And that's, I think that free people love options. We know this, right? So If somebody has an option to come in, hang out, ask a question, like I remember not too awful long ago,
a guy came in and just was real casual and said he's trying to learn how to be better at baitcaster using. Right? That's a very common question. I think all of us get that question pretty, routinely, depending on what we're throwing and whatnot. And I had no problem taking time out of my trip and say, like, if you want to, I can show you real quick some basics. And he's just like, sure. So I'm like, cool. Paddle out to where I got reception, and I'm like, all right, well, here's the tension knob, here's your brakes. Just try to, took like less than 5 minutes to just go, here's what we're doing. And I'm thinking, like, those type of moments, that's neat, right? Because you got an actual person, and you can actually, ask questions relatively real time, right? It's a chat, but at the same time, he asked a couple clarifying questions, and a couple other folks in chat were also encouraging. Like, we weren't saying, "Oh, you can't throw a baitcaster, fuck you, buddy." Like, it wasn't that big of a deal.
No.
Like, it's just not, like, it's never that serious. So if somebody comes in and is just trying to get a little bit of guidance, then absolutely, that's not like, please, like, we can do that. That's not a problem at all. Let's go ahead and help somebody that randomly clicked on some doofy looking dude on a kayak, and he ended up learning some cool shit. And then that's just,
Yep.
That's pretty interesting, and it can be helpful for a lot of folks that are just trying to get some guidance and don't want to go to Fishbrain or anything like that. So I like those opportunities. I think to me, that's a pretty valuable, thing that really isn't possible, let's say.
Yeah.
Any other way, really. I mean, it's like, it's a very unique circumstance, if that makes sense.
I think that is, something that I definitely take for granted now, is newer anglers actually coming online asking questions. I think that's like, it's our duty at this point, especially if we know what we're doing with those, to answer those questions. I definitely, I miss those opportunities. Those are really, really, really cool, special moments, because you are impacting another angler, and you are creating a safe space for them to ask questions. That is pretty dope, because just like you said, the first piece of animosity somebody gets or thinks that a question is stupid or not important, they just shut up. They just probably don't even come back. They pretty much lost interest in any kind of question asking. So yeah, you're right. That is definitely a very crucial part about this. And that kind of also brings me to the next part. Like, I've learned, especially how we've fished on Twitch, community building, understanding and helping your community of anglers. And I think that's been probably one of the dopest things, because we have all different variations of anglers. We have all different skill levels of anglers. We have all different preferences of anglers, all different locations of anglers. So you could get live Q&As at your fingertips at certain points of the day, seasons, year, and you won't get, I mean, there are some YouTubes that will help you with that, or there'll be some type of services that can help you, but I think what we have right now is pretty dang special in the space of new anglers, veteran anglers, just getting to the people and informing, or just doing those Q&As. I think we're in that really early on sweet spot of platforms to do that. I really have enjoyed the community and how we've been able to grow, and not just like grow in quantity, but grow in the learning aspect of fishing and being fishing community members, because we all technically have the responsibility, because we all police each other's chats. We all at some point understand where people are. It's a pretty dope situation. So yeah, that's one thing I've learned, is become a better community member within the fishing community. And I've also kind of like pushed that outside of the internet and how I fish when I'm out with random people or meet random people on the water. I would definitely say Twitch has helped with that. Definitely.
I mean, it takes a village, right?
Definitely does.
And there's a lot of misinformation out there in fishing, in a lot of hobbies, but especially fishing. There's really not a lot of rules. You know what I mean? Like, there are rules for like competitions, right? And that's fine because that's you're standardizing the expectations for a competitive thing. But especially a lot of folks, your backseaters that just have like a very strict like, oh well, I'd be doing this, and like that's fine, but there's no rules, and that's the emphasis. Like you can do a lot and just catch a fish. Like really the only rule is you got to have something to kind of like, usually you need a hook, you know what I mean? Like you kind of need one. But other than that, the world is your oyster, right? Like you can do a little bit of anything and use anything, and there's people right now that have no fucking idea what they're doing, but they bought a kit from Walmart, they went out to the water, and they're fucking putting a damn little shad swim bait on like a 3-ounce pyramid sinker drop shot or something like that, and they get a bite, and that's the fucking highlight of their life. Right, you know what I mean? And that's fine. Who the hell? Why? Like I don't get the you see the jokes and the memes, and you see somebody with their spinning reel upside down, and like there's that judgment. But I'm like, how would you know if you don't know?
Yeah.
And everybody that says that they're experters has been doing it for 40, 50 years. There was a point in their lives where they did it for 0 years. Mm-hmm. And there's people in their life probably that was able, like I had in my life, that said, here's how to use this, here's what you're doing, here's the equipment, here's how to tie a improved clinch knot, here's how to put a night crawler on a hook. And all of that stuff built, like that's the foundation for everything we do today. But I'm thinking like, it's amazing to me to think about how some of us, hopefully not me, but some of us that do these broadcasting things are that person.
Yep.
For somebody who doesn't have a family member local to them, or like when COVID was going on real hot and heavy, they couldn't have access to the people that they wanted to talk to. So they got people like us. And it's like, this is the first time in history, right, where you had somebody who may be on another side of the planet in relatively real time is like showing you, like I've seen a lot of people do it, like, hey, here's how to tie a Texas rig, right? And it's like, holy crap. That's a very interesting dynamic, and I think it's like a responsibility for like people to like understand that they're not just influencers, they are educators and mentors for certain people, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's pretty. I think it's neat. Like I think that's a cool little side effect to all this.
Agreed. You hit it on the head. It's definitely. I like that. We're not influencers. I think we're at the same time we are so engaged in this space that it's a beautiful thing. It really is a nice place. You said good point to me. People out there act like preferences are only right way to do it. Yeah, and that comes with, I don't want to say ignorance, but it just comes with when we're in our ways. It's the only thing that we know, so it's the only thing that we can talk about without the thought process of thinking that since it's the only thing we know, there's probably other options out there. So yeah, it definitely comes out. It can come out very one-sided if the person isn't really thoughtful on the situation. Hands down.
It's limiting, right? Variety is the spice of life. So like if you tell somebody this is the only way to do it, and if you don't do it like this, you're wasting your time. Like that's not motivating, that's defeating. Like you're going to motivate somebody to not want to try.
Yep.
Huge. And I think that's, unfortunately, you got all the experts, YouTube comments, chat, our live chats, like Facebook groups. It's such a rigid amount of like black or white. There's no middle ground. Like I don't think I would, like, I probably wouldn't fish if I felt, or if I was in an environment where I was at the point where people are like, oh, you're not doing that right. And I was taking it serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you're not fishing that spinnerbait right. You're using the wrong color crankbait for the year and the conditions. Oh my God, how do you have fun? If everything is so limited,
so structured, so streamlined.
What? Like you when you like limit somebody's ability to be creative, and curious, skeptical, what do? You piss them off. Like there's nothing to gain. There's nothing to like like there's no point. There's no fun in it. Like it just feels like you're just fishing by numbers, and nobody. And I say that I'm sitting at my tackle bench right now. Some of you all have seen it. Like it's just full of fucking experiments. Like this is my mad scientist lab. Like literally, I'm at the point I'm going to start like testing out some hand pour soft plastics. I'm not going to go into too much depth, but I bought some silicone ice cube trays.
Oh wait, that's not one of the little pop-it things the kids were using?
No, I mean, I'm gonna pop the living piss out of it, but this ain't for the kids. But like I've got like hundreds of these little, so basically I'm gonna remelt some old plastics, and I'm gonna pour a bunch of little dice baits, and I'm gonna thread some skirt material through them, and I'm gonna go fishing with them because I feel like maybe this is, you know, something that'll be fun, and I'm gonna give them to people and mail some out to my people across the world.
Dice, baby.
I'm gonna bring some with me to the boat ramp, and if I see somebody, I'll be like, "Hey, you want some free dice baits?" You know what I mean? And it's not like I'm not selling them. I think it's interesting to see if this is something that might be fun. And these things aren't that expensive, and I have a bunch of I save all my plastics when I rip them. If they don't go into the water, I have a thing here on my workbench that I throw all of the pieces into.
Nice.
So it's one of those kind of things. Like that's fun. You know what I mean? Above all else, even if I don't catch nothing but a carp with like missing fins, it's fun to just like try some of that stuff out, and that's all there is to it. Like there's no ulterior motive, there's no marketing involved, there's no sponsorship deals. It's just like like I'm gonna be out there just scratching the beard. Like that's kind of fucking weird. Like who would have thought? And then from there it just turns into whatever it turns into. But there, like, if you feel like you're limited by the expectations of people who really don't matter to you in terms of your day-to-day life, there's no way that's sustainable. Hell no.
That's when you got to get off the internet.
I feel like, like, you know, the internet and social media, especially when it comes to any type of hobby, specialized activity. It's great because you can access information that most anybody can add at any time, but it's also horrible because you can access information that almost anybody can add at any time. Like it's definitely a double-edged sword in every way, shape, or form.
Facts.
It's getting fired up. The iced coffee is starting to hit the brainstem. Y'all are in trouble.
Oh man, getting a fish on something you make is a great feeling. Yeah. I can definitely agree to that one.
Trouble. No, I mean right now, I've said this before and I'll reiterate it. There's dudes in their garages right now that are churning out stuff that, you know, absolutely can catch and do well and looks great, and the quality. Like you can go online and like I just got a shipment from Barlow's Tackle, no sponsorship, I paid for it. You know, all these materials, pouring jigs is so much easier. Plastics are so easy to make. Like you can really, like your imagination really, in I guess to that extent, your like spendable income is the only limiting factors. Like you can really, like that's the whole thing with like spinnerbaits. Like I hated spinnerbaits, and I realized I don't hate them. I just hate the ones that I have because there's things that I want that I don't have. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna make my own. Like there's no, like, I'm not going to bitch about it. I mean, you can, but that doesn't change anything. So it's like, all right, well, how do I make my own? You spend 10 minutes on Google and you can find every piece of equipment that you need to know. There's 20 YouTube videos on how to use a mold. Like, it's just, there's nothing stopping anybody from, like, identifying an issue they're having and going, all right, I'm either going to just keep bitching about it or I'm going to make things happen. And you know, especially with like the live people, we got plenty of people on Twitch that do live streams from them making stuff. Laserbeam, Swamp Bottom Baits, like all those dudes. There's all kinds of dudes that just make stuff right then and there live, and you can ask them if you got a question, they'll answer your question, and it's just straight to the point. And that's amazing. That's absolutely a great thing.
Yeah, that's definitely. I know TikTok has a lot of that now, but I mean, I've seen where we were ground zero for that creative space, and I think that's, I don't know. I think as a community, a lot of us like that more than just being on the water. Like it's really, really popular. I do like those sit downs. It gives you that one-on-one time.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like DPO, I think a lot of us know DPO. Like I got a box full of his crankbaits. Like the man sits at his desk and goes on TikTok and makes, baits that look like you would if they just started swimming away and their gill flaps started opening. You'd be like, that makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? Like these are just dudes in their garage, just absolutely knocking out high quality stuff that would just probably wasn't possible like 10, 15 years ago, and they're doing it live. It's an absolutely amazing thing.
Facts.
So that's nice. I wouldn't have known anything about that if it wasn't for some of those, especially the live stuff. But you're not. That's something that you weren't really exposed to unless you just knew somebody. So I think a lot of that too.
True.
That's a relatively recent kind of brought to the masses, right? Like that's not a lot of the shows. Like Bill Dance didn't have an episode where he's sitting in his garage, fucking pouring Senkos and shit. You know what I mean? Like it has a different side of it that I think a lot of folks are. They get thinking, right? They're like, man, I get motivated. I could do that. Fucking hell yeah, you could do it. Go do it. Hell yeah. So it's one of those kind of things.
Damn. Now that you mentioned that, wound. I think me and the wife subscribed to like Marlon Bates probably like 7 or 8 years ago. Like you're right. Like it hasn't been. This is very, very recent. Like the I didn't even put that together. Yeah, so much of that space is fairly new. And yeah, none of the old heads did that. They're like we're recently seeing Ott in his garage. We didn't see how any of the Rapala OG stuff was made. I don't even know that was made in his garage. I'm gonna be honest. Rapala just be capping, but I'm just saying that R&D BS and people doing that. Most of that is just for marketing. But okay, there you go. That's why I learned being online and on the water. The bullshit from the marketing departments of the fishing industry. Yeah, that the R&D time and people making their shit and then it's going production. Nah, man. There's a CAD student who did an internship and made this dope ass bait and then left the computer screen up when he got fired for after the summer, and it was just snatched up.
Oh man, it's just yeah. So a lot of it too, like as far as like educators, I mean, I think it's a transfer of knowledge, or at least it's a perspective, right? Like a lot of stuff we offer, not just entertainment, but I think it's a different perspective because the voice in our heads, will definitely talk us into or out of a certain quality of ideas when it comes to something that has so much complex things going on. The market's crazy, with coming out of the pandemic and the companies and it's just, oh my gosh, man. I feel maybe, I'm going to sound kind of get off my lawn style, but I feel like 20 years ago, it wasn't as complicated as it is now. Yes, there are more things out now, but the actual activity, like just going out and getting out for a weekend, it just felt way more streamlined. I don't know if that's the right word, but there just wasn't so much extra shit going on and setting up GoPros and checking your batteries and making sure you got all this kind of stuff. And it's just, exhausting.
You're right. The setting up to the simple activity has thoroughly changed. Yeah, you're right. Like you said, getting your cameras ready, social media, just getting your socials ready too. That's something that we don't talk about, but we all know. At the end of the day, you have to have some type of content to come out of that. So your pregame, your on the water, and then your postgame, when you got to go through and collect all your content that you have to get it ready to go and post it. I think Streamline, I don't want to say Streamline. It's more so like the setup, but now it's not the setup because after you're done, so pretty much the whole shebang has definitely evolved. Yep. The whole shebang.
Jot that down.
Yeah, we're in a whole new system. It's pretty good. That's something else I would say online on the water I've learned, having a workflow, having a better workflow of my content and understanding that I'm creating content. So knowing what I should grab, mentally making like notes. Oh yeah, this should be a highlight at some point. Let me remember what time it is and things like that while I'm doing the event. And then just keeping those extra little tidbits in my head while I'm out there on the water. I would definitely say that is something now on the water and what we've been doing that I have to. It's programmed in me now. It's in the. It's logged in. There's no way out. Like as soon as I get off the water, I already know where in my video I need to go to grab video clips or go into my Insta360 SD card to grab some viewpoints and things that I already have a storyboard in my head too. Like I already know what's going to happen or how I want to post it. Yeah, it's bad. I mean, it's bad in a good way that it's not just about fishing anymore. It's not as like you said streamlined. It's not that simple shebang bang. Yeah,
it's fucking exhausting. So we're gonna create a second channel. It's going to be called Alex Off the Water, and you're going to go live and do everything except fishing. And between the two channels, it's your entire life for the world to watch.
Yo, what if Alex Off the Water? Yeah, no, I couldn't do another channel. It wouldn't be on Twitch. It would probably just be a YouTube thing.
I think it's also kind of like it's self-serving too, because when we do the hydrates, it's one of those things because you're called Alex on the Water. So I'm like, If you're already on the water, let's just get you more water, and you're already on it.
I don't need.
I've been on brake fluid for a while, but it's cool because I can stop anytime.
I hope you're proud of that. Listen, you guys keep redeeming. I just gave you back your points. Don't put them back out there. Greg, don't join in on that.
I'm not even at my keyboard. And look at, oh my God.
Oh, okay. I'm not even at my keyboard and look at, okay. The routine check in your brain gets longer every trip. Yes. Yes, it.
You better just get an IV at this point.
Yo, y'all are the worst. I'm going to redeem all. I mean, I'm not going to redeem. I'm going to reject all of these and send y'all back y'all points. I need to come up with some better point stuff or y'all ain't trolling me. I don't have anything to hydrate. I do. I can sip on this thing.
Yeah, you drinking melted ice right now. Golly.
Yeah. Big on the melted ice.
All right, D-Money said you got to stop fishing. Talk to chat.
Viewer pick. Yo, y'all are rude. If you're on YouTube right now, you guys are missing out on the shenanigans on the Twitch side. But yeah, Castmaster, please. Yo, Crowley, we're not using the Castmaster.
The spoon?
Not having it. Yes.
Hell yes.
That's what Buddy. Is that what Buddy asked during practice 2 weekends ago? I think Crowley was there when we were able to. What's the damn?
He was fucking linking satellites together trying to dox homeboy.
Yeah. What's that game people were playing? GeoGuessr. That's Buddy geoguessing, figuring out where Buddy was based off of his fucking bait selection. That shit was fucking stupid. Oh, Crowley, look what I got. Oh, that's the little guy.
That's the KGB.
Yeah. What's his face? Dug out bait and tackle. Put it out. I want to say a week too early. They didn't get the memo. They didn't get the memo. I think this shit's supposed to be released next week. They posted they got a shipment in and they said, "Yo, go to the website. It's there." I said, "Okay." You can look at. Yo, no main retailer has these in stock right now. Like,
Seedeye wants to know if you had one piece of gear you want. So if you could get one piece of gear that you want, what would it be?
If I could get one piece of gear, Jesus.
A functional outboard. Hell yes.
Yeah, you definitely need that.
Startron, my shit to death.
Shit. I can't think of one, C-Dye. I mean, at one point it would have just been getting live scope, but I got that now.
Silicone molds for ice cubes.
Man, I don't got time to be a maker. Starlink would probably be good, Pat. Yeah, I would say, you know, got the hex forms. That's crazy.
Them suckers is gonna be doing a plinko in that bitch. Golly.
Yeah, it would probably, if I had to, one piece of gear, it would be uninterrupted internet all around the world. I think Pat pretty much hit it on the head. It would make my thought process when I go fishing a lot easier on where I need to be. But yeah, it would probably be uninterrupted service everywhere in the world.
You're now on a watch list.
Yep. Easy three letter gang on me. Easy. Brand new Skeeter bass boat on the showroom floor. D-Money, if you get a boat, I don't know, man. I think it'll change your routine of getting out, because you gotta do so much more. It's gonna be more things to do. We'll see. I do wish when you get your boat, we'll see.
Just a piece of advice: don't neglect it.
Yeah, and the trailer.
Yes.
He said, if you get off the paddle boat, I'm unfollowing. Oh no. I need more to do. Boat me, please. All right, man.
Where are we at? 9:15.
Yeah, I mean, let's ask the chat. I mean, all of you guys stream. We've definitely talked about what we have learned. It definitely, I feel it would be better as a group talk of what have you all learned from streaming, being on the internet, fishing, going live. Like what has changed, and what have you learned or have adapted to over the years of this? Because I mean, there's so many things that me and T probably miss because we've been doing it for so long and we've adapted to this space. But I'm pretty sure for like the new streamers, the people getting into it, what have you guys picked up? What do you wish the earlier you would have known before you got on and hit that live button? Same thing for YouTube. If you guys are on YouTube watching and you do any type of like fishing content, what have you figured out, learned since, you know, that first time you hit that post or that live button? Definitely helps, because we as a community, I know I've learned from Beck. I know I've learned from OG Tech. I know I've learned from you, especially UT. Like,
what the hell have I taught anybody?
T's mental space and wittiness unparalleled on this platform. When it comes to your actual chat, I don't think there's anybody who orchestrates their chat better than you from a streamer point of view. I've always adored your highs, lows, and complexities of conversations and wittiness on the water. Hands down. I've learned, trust me, T. I've always said you're one of my favorites. You're hands down probably one of the best fishing Twitch streamers. Like if we're talking streaming, Mount Rushmore, T's there. Hands down.
I was muted. Hold on. Can you say all that again?
No, I can't. You got to go back. You got to clip that. You got to clip that.
keyboard. Apparently, it told you to hydrate again.
Yeah, gotcha.
Sorry.
But yeah, yeah, no problem. There's like this community is definitely like opened my eyes to fishing and everybody that fishes on the internet.
Make carp look. Yeah, there we go.
No, you guys are good. I'm just gonna give you back your points off stream. I tried to do it on stream earlier, but I've closed that window down, so I'm not gonna go back there. Nope. I don't know. I got here. I'm probably gonna lose it. I did see some thinning. So I'm probably going to be going bald in probably the next decade or so.
Yeah, so like what Waves is saying, I mean that's the fun thing about fishing, right? Is because you don't know what's going to happen. So now you add a live broadcast to the mix, and there's other people there too. It's almost afro season. I have a white boy fro when it grows out. I just haven't grown it out in a while because I like to wear hats and my head's too big already. But you have like, there's so many things going on, and I think that's probably something that brought me to streaming was like, and I had like, we used to bring a video camera out on like the boats and stuff when we would go, but like you can't fish and film. So like I'd have to take a break to like put the camera up. And I think like having it to where you can just have a camera basically rolling live at all times, I think that's, it captures things that are happening regardless, but it's just, there's nothing running to capture it. So you have these memories and stuff, and that's great. Like there's always cool stuff happening, but now there's an audience and it's stored in a VOD, or you're also running an action camera. Which is a lot to manage. I get that, but at the same time, like the goal is to get to a point where you don't have to do anything but like hook up a power bank, hit the on button, and just let it rip and hope for the best. Have 6 hours of footage to only use 45 seconds of it. That's fine, but that's what it takes sometimes because you just don't know. It's not predetermined, and I really do like the live stuff because there is no script.
Nope.
You can watch Bill Dance on a 30-minute show, and he's at a private pond, and he's went there 4 days in a row wearing the same shirt, and he catches them like no tomorrow. But we know that's not real. He'll sell you a reel, but that ain't real.
Hey,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, big facts. It'll be orange.
But D-Money's right. Like cell service, I can't tell you how many times I've heard in my chat where somebody says, well, I'd stream my spot, but there's no reception there, but I'm slaying 7-pounders and shit. It's like, man, like cutting a fucking WWF promo in my chat talking about how good you are. And like, that's fine. And I get it, but what does that got to do with me trying to catch a bluegill? You know what I mean? Like that's not like, the cell service is going to be a problem. If you got mountains, if you're in a place that has mountains and you can see mountains near you, probably nobody's going to see it unless you record it, right? Like it's not going to be live. It's like, there's probably so many places, like right now there's places in rural Virginia, there's farm ponds that got double-digit fish swimming in there for days, like just all around there, but I can't get to them. I don't have permission. I ain't got written permission from Trey Taylor Crew Tractor. I can't go to them. So it's one of those type of deals, like all these things that would be so much great content you're not going to see because there's no reception. You ain't got permission, Trey Taylor Crew Tractor. You ain't got, it's not state property.
Hit the road,
they're going to lock them up. Like, hit the road, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the matter of fact. That's just the nature of the biz. We know this. So if you have good reception, if you got a boat ramp at a lake with a name that's on a map, on Google Maps, you're probably not setting any world records, and that's okay. But that's kind of the nature of the biz. Trey Taylor Crew Tractor, hit the road, dude, and it, you know what I mean? Like it's just all these different things.
Lock them up. Told him to lock them up. Hey yo,
lock them up. That pond is like 2.5 hours from me. So if I can get written permission, Trey Taylor,
he said Tractor. He posted last week. You just got to go to the shop during the weekend, give him $1, shake his hand, and you can go fishing. He's opened it up.
I'm gonna give him $1 for it.
Listen, I ain't gonna say why you gotta give him $1, but he out there, dog. He opened it up.
Hubert, right, whoever want to meet up with me, we going out to Trey Taylor Crew Tractor, and we gonna go fishing in the damn lock 'em up pond. I'll tell you that much.
Hubert Jones probably won't be there no more, but you know he's opened it up for everybody. Oh, Crew, Virginia.
Y'all think I'm joking? I'm dead ass. Will launch my kayak out there and just.
He didn't say nothing. Oh! He said fishing. He didn't say nothing about kayak. Lock him up.
He gonna lock me up?
Lock him up.
Because if I start walking around that pond for too many hours, my knees gonna lock him up.
Oh no! Lock him up. He going. Hit the road, dude.
Hit the road, dude.
Private property. Why did he do it, dude?
All right, meet me out there. Trey Taylor Crew Tractor.
Crew Tractor, man.
Private property.
Private property. Instant internet gold. Instant internet gold. And my man said my name is Hubert Jones, knowing damn well his name ain't no Hubert Jones. That shit, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
They did a video where they said you could ask his dad a question, and I put a comment on the TikTok video saying I wanted to know what his favorite Kanye West album is.
Mm-hmm.
And he never answered it, but my lead-in was like, I thought he'd probably say Graduation, because usually after you reach graduation at your school or whatever, they tell you to hit the road, dude. And it just never got to, I never got to follow through.
No, he definitely did not catch the setup. He did not catch the setup. Looks like there's a oh, Fat done searched him out. Yeah, no, that's definitely private property. But like I said, this past weekend he did post that it's open. I may be down for Thanksgiving again. We should be here. We gotta take more crappie out. Like actually get the crappie out.
I'll be down there too. I'll see y'all there.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to come down here. TB was here 3 weekends ago. That was fun.
How did that go?
That was amazing. Him and Marco, 10 out of 10 guests. Like I can't. They were amazing. My dogs loved them. The dogs would definitely have them on the schedule. Like they would they would come out, wake us up first, then they'll go snatch the door. I'll take them out for a walk. Come back. They come back, look for them. As soon as they come out of their room, they're on them. It was magic.
Hell yeah.
They loved it.
Bringing the people together.
Yeah. I really wish I could have got Travel Buddy on bigger bass, but I took him to the buffet, and him and Tatum was beating the fuck up out of the buffet. I didn't catch shit, but they was catching them. That's all that mattered.
Hell yeah.
I saw another like 6-pounder though. Like I had my glass. I could see like it's still as healthy as I can remember. 'Cause I haven't been there in a year and a half. Like I haven't bank fished that area in like a year and a half. So I was like, these fish probably have changed. They're not going to be on the bank where I can see them and arm. Kid you not, T. They are. You could reach in and grab, bruh. Just hello, and just keep swimming.
There he is.
You could hear him eating the bluegills under the overhangs. It was pretty dope. I did enjoy going back there.
Hell yeah! Give you written permission to go back.
Yeah, private property. Private.
So, what's the future of live fishing? Where do we go from here?
All honesty, I think since you can see the pros slowly adapting and trying to move into that space to control their own narrative in the streaming or live aspect, I think we'll start seeing more people try to control their narratives on the pro scene. Now, as for what we're seeing on like streaming and stuff like that, I think D-Money's already posted it, but like the new equipment coming out that can record and do all the stuff like with just glasses and things like that, I can definitely see that becoming the new norm. I don't know for streaming and live, for instance. I don't know if the battery can handle that kind of abuse, but I can definitely see us slowly getting into that space where we're starting to bring more cameras on the boat. Definitely can see where we're starting. We're definitely going to bring more cameras on the boat.
Got D-Money with the Ray-Ban Meta. I got it. I got the video. So, all right. So Mark's talking about eyes up, wrist ready. Okay, so he's still that lizard. He's still a lizard in skin. And I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd want my existence just like available at a moment's notice. I mean, I get it, right? Like, it's neat technology, but it's like, holy shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's like people aren't that fucking interesting. But I get it, right? Like, it's a cool use of technology, and to your point, like controlling the narrative, right? Like setting the record straight. Here's what's really going on. But there's a point where you cross a line from like entertainment into like surveillance and voyeurism, right? Like it becomes it's a very kind of like risky
eagle-eyed. You definitely get the big brother sense real quick.
Yes. So that's there's
where's Dog Balls? He can help us.
Well, just let the record state I didn't bring that up first. But like, especially, let's say casual entertainment focused streaming, recording, whatever you want to call it. Take my meta glasses off.
Meta safeties.
Like, here's a couple thoughts real quick to share it for the sake of just saying it out loud. I'm wondering if there will ever be a market. Like, think of like guiding, right? Guiding's a thing. There's a lot of pros that do like guiding at their home lake when they're not doing tournaments, and they make money doing that. But they're also on the water, so they're still having experiences. But I was thinking, and I mentioned this a long time ago on one of my broadcasts, and I don't know if I was saying it just to say something, or if there's actually like a viability between like almost like on the water, like mentoring. Like here's what I mean. Back in like pre-COVID, like I used to play music a lot, and like I took lessons and all that kind of stuff. And people, once like COVID hit, a lot of it went digital. So people were getting like music lessons, instrument lessons through a webcam.
Meetings, yeah.
I'm wondering if there would be a thing where, like, let's say somebody wanted to learn like a technique or something like that. Like, let's say somebody's like, I want to learn how to throw buzz baits because I don't really know, and I want to ask questions. And so, you know, you contact D-Money and you're like, all right, Mr. Currency, I got a question. Like, is there a time coming up for like 2 hours? I can pay you like $20 and I get a live feed from your glasses or from your camera, your phone. And I can ask you questions through chat or through a voice call. So like a Discord call, right? Like this. And you go on the water and do like a POV thing, like have a chest mount. And somebody goes like, all right, cool. Well, here's what I'm doing. I'm throwing to this. Here's what, like basically showing somebody personalized to them. They're asking questions, teaching them, like full on tutoring in a real life scenario. Like, I wonder if that will ever be, I mean, I'm sure it's happening because I know like the Fish the Moment dudes were doing like on the water breakdowns and stuff like that. But that's more like, you know, you're paying for like the status, but I'm talking like regular dudes, like people that aren't either professional or not sponsored. It's just somebody who's like, hey, like, you know, you can buy a stream that's personal to you, and you come in and you can ask questions about certain techniques. I'm wondering if that'll ever be a thing, or at least not necessarily a thing, because it is a thing. But I wonder if that'll ever be like something valuable, or otherwise, like, you know, you sign like, you know, an online informed consent saying that you're not going to like post the clip up on your YouTube, like it's just for you and all that kind of stuff. I wonder if that's ever going to take off. That would be an interesting scenario.
I mean, it's an avenue. We saw, I mean, the last 4 years, we've seen things that push the envelope of information, especially on the professional and casual side. You got Austin out there in Western North Carolina throwing out the fish tips. and technically you could pay for that information, and it's air quote legal in certain statutes of competitive fishing. So I can definitely see if that's, and what I'm getting at is if we're at that point in the competitive side on the casual guiding service, that I mean that's just probably going to be the best way to go for people trying to get on the water. Say you have like a trip within a week, and you kind of want to know some great areas. You can definitely run like a 5 to 10 minute showing of, hey, like from your couch, this is what I'll be doing, this is where I'll be at, here's some good spots. Tomorrow I'll be on the water from this time to this time. I'll have the feed open. Here's the password to come into the meeting. Once you're in there, go ahead, drop questions, concerns, or whatever. Like you can definitely get a stable market on that. But I would definitely say that that's something on the guiding side. Like that would be an evolution of a guide instead of what they're doing on their day-to-day, waiting for that phone call or waiting for that fishing trip. Like when there is a downtime of your fishing trips or schedule, it's a perfect time to hit your community up and say, hey, private session, I'll be on the water live here. If you're interested, here's the PayPal. You'll get a email link to the meeting once you're in there. Just let me know you came in there and what you want to work on. Yeah, definitely evolution of a guide if they can, get that opportunity correct and execute it correctly. I can definitely see that being something to do. There you go, T. You got talk to your people, get everything going.
All right, we're throwing ice baits. No.
Oh no.
It becomes like, it's the personalization, right? And I think you can catch.
You better talk to Will, Julian. Get that. Oh no, he hates sharing his juice. He likes talking fishing, but he don't like sharing his juice.
I ain't mad at him.
I'm not mad. Man, been taking my money for the last 4 years.
Damn. Yeah. So I feel like that could be a thing that has some type of. That's not for like your casual, like I'm just like dicking around on my phone on a Sunday morning and so and so went live. Like that's not that market.
Nope.
But there is like I don't know, like creating some type of like big bodies of water don't like that certain places have like fishing reports, like the Delta fishing report. Like you go on YouTube and there's people in California Delta, like every week they put up videos about here's what's working and all this kind of stuff, right? And I'm not seeing it as much as like that's not necessarily live, but I feel as though you have opportunities to kind of really, especially you talk about people that do like are thinking about getting a kayak and spending a lot of money potentially on an entire setup. And having almost like a there are in-person seminars, and I remember you did facilitated the talk about safety and stuff like that. Like there are those experiences, but I'm wondering what is the likelihood of having people do some of those breakdowns live, but also taking the questions and having that feedback and like really addressing it to people that have those geographical limitations. Or like boat ownership, or like how do I launch my boat, how do I trailer, how do I like all these kind of things that you can have the information. It's not like you can't find it, but being able to have that live or close to instantaneous interaction and make sure that you get the information that you really need or think you really need.
Yeah.
And some stuff that you didn't even know you really needed, but you just happened to be in the environment and were like, oh, by the way, I just thought of this, like having those kind of opportunities. And I'm not saying it from like a financial, I'm not saying like a get rich quick scheme. I think it's more so from just like building some of that notoriety, that like having that brand or integrity, like all those kind of things that make people stand out from just another content creator. Because I feel like the term content creator has been watered down over the past few years. It doesn't really mean anything.
Facts.
So like if you're going to have not just the brand, but like if you're going to have it be known for something and know that you're the go-to person, or at least one of the go-to people when it comes to certain topics,
and now people rely on you to be like that source of information and like the expertise. It's not for everybody. I'm not saying I'm trying to achieve that. I definitely don't feel like I'm an expert at anything. But like, if I knew I needed an expert, or at least somebody who had a lot of knowledge, and I said, oh, well, I could go, see what's got, so-and-so's going live at this time on this day. Like, I can jump in and get that like really specific information with some level of like back and forth. Like, I could prioritize that. I would be down to throw a couple bucks that way, just because it's, I think people that have skills and knowledge should be compensated when they're acting in a professional manner and are offering that level of kind of like, guidance that comes from experience. And it's, like, I think that's very valuable. And that could just be a me thing, but these are definitely ways to kind of like streamline making sure that your time is spent with people that are open to ideas, can exchange the information, can ask good questions, likely to not be just trolling to be a prick. You know what I mean? Like, it just adds a little bit more kind of integrity to the whole exchange. I mean, there's always time and space for just dicking around. That's fine. But there are people that do look for a more serious kind of level of engagement. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think Crowley hit it on the head. The closest thing to that right now is probably going to be straight up fishing, and what Brian Latimer has been doing. I've been there for 2 years. And I can speak from experience. He does do on the water live events where he talks about the plan going into it, what he's doing, and then what he'll be working on. Executing wise, there is still lacking. You can't see his screen. You can't see what he's really trying to do. He's just giving you talking points while he's out there. And then chat is normally relayed through his moderator. So there's a lot of things open for conceptual missing or just being omitted. And then you talk about a community forum where you have all different levels of anglers asking every different level of anglers questions to a professional. He hits it pretty well on your talking points, but he's like there's nobody else doing that. There literally is nobody else that's putting that out there right now. So yeah, the floodgates. I'm sorry, the market is very, very open for that, but getting people, and for him to be a professional angler with probably one of the best social media followings on a professional angler side, and being in the app, knowing that you don't get a lot of new eyes in there, as much information as he has in there, his catalog. When I first joined there, what you see on YouTube, I kid you not, it's probably like matches 20% of the content he actually has in that app. And he has a shit ton on YouTube. Like, my man, I didn't know his catalog of just online content was this big. Like, he has a shit ton of videos, tutorials, how to work baits, how to, like, line size, rods. Like, I have never seen a professional angler put that much time in their video content catalog. Like, he has a shit ton. So when I got into the app to see all of that and just look at some of the backlog things I was interested in, there's nobody else doing that. The market is very, very ripe for it. But getting people to convert, or anglers, I would definitely say, I don't know if it's pride, I don't know if it's arrogance on a certain level of like knowledge, but I've always been in the thought process that at every level of knowledge, even it be the lowest or the highest, you can still learn from it. Like, I guess that's from martial arts. You can be the oldest dude in the dojo, but you're probably still a white belt. Like, you can still be a white belt at 50 years old, and you're going to learn everything all the way up. And definitely in jiu-jitsu, you learn that blue belt still has a chance going against that black belt any given Sunday. Like, you're going to learn. The black belt might have a lot more weapons in his in his Rolodex, but the blue belt probably still has some things that they've specialized in and can still work. But That's my mentality in fishing, pretty much in everything. You can't be too naive or arrogant to information from any level that it's given, because information is very, very, very powerful. But yeah, I do think that more people, more anglers. There's so many anglers that I feel are missing out on information because of the thought process of them thinking they don't need the information. But yeah, I think Latimer probably has the best system for exactly what you're saying. Like this idea is probably best executed in the straight up fishing app, but there's nothing like that. There's not even close. I won't even, there's nothing close to that. People are still trying to get their Patreon to that level.
So do we see more of that emerge in the next few years, you think?
I think once we hit the point of full YouTube saturation, yes. But I mean, we're still seeing some pros slowly acclimate to YouTube. So I think this is probably going to open the doors more so for the influencers. But then you'll still hit that really fine line of an influencer towards a professional, and you'll see there's a huge gap of information and knowledge missing. So I don't know. I do see it happening in the future, but I don't think it's going to be a near future. I think we're still on the like tip of the iceberg. I don't think people have really. I don't think fishermen or anglers in general have made the full switch to social media and the idea of information on the internet. I think we're still in that. I'm gonna keep this written down in my journal. I'm not gonna tell nobody about it type of feel. But I do say probably we take out another 2 generations, so another 40 years, we might see this become the norm.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'll still have less than 1,000 subscribers.
We'll see. We're hitting that 9. Yeah, we're at 9:45. I did see a couple people post. Julian said that is something that he paid for, that type of information when we were talking about it. I meant to bring that up. But this is pretty much open forum time for chat. Same thing that we said earlier. Are there any points of online and you on the water that you guys have learned from being, hitting that live button, posting on your socials? Anything that you guys have picked up, either it's like you cleaned up your workflow, you have content, more so you're more content driven. How you interact on the water with your chat, has that changed? How have you changed as an angler with chat with you? Yeah. Let's hear it from you guys. And on social media and stuff of that nature. Yeah, I agree, D-Money. Fishing is very slow in that sense. I've had to learn to be okay when life gets in the way. Yeah, that's powerful. That's very powerful. Yep. Agreed. Yeah, well, that hands down, that is very powerful. Pat, that was a good one. Yeah. I think I'm still learning that.
Just remember, we're supposed to be live every other Wednesday, not every other month Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. That definitely hits.
See, the thing about my brain, there's always something going on up there. So, it's a gift and a curse.
I don't have energy. Facts, Crowley. I've learned to fight through that and see how I'm feeling when I get on the water, and then I time myself. I start just making time goals. I was fishing the home pond yesterday, and like they just kept missing. Like I would say probably some of my bigger bass that are in my little home pond hit my little micro popper, and I would see them eat it, and I would set the hook, and they keep spitting. And I was like, all right, time to set some goals now. Next fish I catch, or next 2 fish I catch, I got to go home because I'm about to spin out on these fish. So yeah,
shoot, I'll bring a bucket just to put them in timeout.
Bruh, it was heartbreaking.
Just to let them know I can shrink their world immediately.
Let them know how small the world can be. Yeah, facts. Nah, I'm probably gonna go back out there with a drop shot on them and let them deal with that. Let them think of their actions now. They ain't getting off no drop shot.
I've had that happen more than I'd like to talk about, but yeah.
You've been losing them on drop shot?
I've lost, and I think I put a post up about it. I've lost more fish this year, 2025, than I could probably remember in the past like 5 years combined. We got to
throw new equipment. We just gotta get a sponsor to give you all new equipment. That's all.
But I'm using stuff that has been fine. It's not even like
it's too old now. Or you're getting weaker. You got little wimpy arms on your hook sets now.
I'm using resistance bands. Come on.
Your shoulders.
I've been setting some hooks. I'm talking like straight up. I'm serving up lobotomies at this point, and they're getting away. They're shaking. They're coming up. I feel like they're getting smarter. When I say smarter, I feel like when they get hooked, I feel like they know what they can do. Like the sensation of being pulled by like a hook that's attached to line, including Omniflex. Do not talk crap about Omniflex, or you're about to get Omnisuplex. I feel like they learn and adapt to that sensation because they probably don't feel that sensation other than when they're caught. I think they're learning. At least my fish are. There could be some complete dumbass fish somewhere, but like my fish are learning. I'm talking like I've had fish run straight to branches. They know where to throw. They know like when they come up and see the kayak, they're not giving up easy, and it's scary. Like they're self-aware. You know what I mean? So like I feel like one could just pop up at any time and like surface, and like I feel like they could just start making like very primitive vocal noises.
Letting you know that they know.
Scary. Just like I'm talking straight like terrifying. Like you go to the pond in the morning before the sun's up and you hear them like splashing the top of the water. That's one thing. That's exciting because you're like, oh, they're out there, they're moving. But imagine you rolled up and like you hear them out there just like hitting vocal stems, and the sun's not even up, and you're just like, I don't even know if I want to go out there.
No, you dealing with those mutant fish that run off and hitting the retention ponds. A little different.
Man, I'm keeping one in the chamber when I'm going out there. Like, I'm not even gonna wait. Like I'm gonna put one in there real quick, and then I'm gonna get out there. So we'll see.
That's funny. And yeah, Crowley, there's been studies to show that that is passed down genetically for fish that eat or not eat, and then how they react to certain lures.
Yeah, we're not saying like, I mean, fish are pretty dumb, but they do learn.
Yep.
So, you go into high pressured fish, like that's the whole thing. Like if they're high pressured, you got to do more to get them to bite. Like I don't know if it's like you got to get them to do more bite. I think they just know, like they're tired of seeing the same shit, and they can smell your hook, and they can smell sunscreen on your worm, or it's just so they get clued off so much like quicker.
Yep.
And they don't have to sit there and think about it because they're operating off of instinct. So if there's any micro split second where they're like something's off, they're not going to do anything. And like it's not just an intelligence thing, it's like you're talking about their instincts. We're not talking about logical reasoning, we're talking about like the predator kind of reactions, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I do believe that we're getting to that point where micro level of detail has to be checked before the fish could bite. Like that the fish have seen, felt, smelt damn near everything but the kitchen sink.
that motherfucker's dank.
He said, if it smells like bluegills having sex, don't eat it. Don't eat it. He's like, they call it Berkeley Max Scent. Don't fall for it.
Hey, yo, this crankbait smell like forklift grease. I ain't finna eat that shit.
This buzzbait squeaking louder than that forklift. I'ma try to stop it. Oh, man. That'll be fun. Yeah, but yeah, studies. I'm still trying to understand like the methodology of these studies to get that information and kind of like put it in a book. But yeah, I do enjoy hearing like podcasts of marine biologists and people who do this for a living talk about bass and baits. It's really funny. Really funny.
For the sake of, and I'm a fan of the scientific method, but at the same time, and there's a lot of good information. There's a lot of intense research. It's a big business. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry. So there's going to be people behind the scenes collecting the data. I get that. We know this. But remember, we're dealing with an animal that we cannot communicate with. So at the end of every like scientific, oh, well, we found this, there's always like an asterisk where it's like, but we don't really know for sure. Like, it's kind of like, we saw this and this is pretty consistent and we're going to market and we're going to research and develop. But at the same time, none of us can just sit down with them in a tank and be like, all right, guys, what did you think about that worm that you just smelled? You know what I mean? Like, we don't have the ability to get that direct
feedback,
like information. So it's just like, oh, well, it seems like the fish could just be fucking hungry. You know what I mean? Like, it's especially when I love when they go to trade shows and they got the big ass like
fish tank
container thing, fish tank, and they got a bunch of fish that haven't ate in a while in a fucking clear ass water, perfect environment. I'm like, oh, check them out as they hit the banjo minnow. I'm like, well, no fucking shit. Like, they're probably starving.
Yeah.
Like, I don't eat tofu, but if you starve me for 3 days and put me in a fucking box and you throw a tofu sandwich in there, it's not going to exist very much longer. You know what I mean? Like, there's no scientific
that tofu
like breakthrough.
done.
Like, oh shit, this dude really likes tofu. It's like, no, this dude really likes eating. So I mean, it's one of those kind of deals too.
Facts. Yeah. That's why I was saying I would like to see the methodology on it, because it opens up for a lot of questioning of why. But yeah, it is what it is. We keep buying products after they say they've done research and development when they know they just got it off of the intern, left his computer screen open too long.
Stealing stuff straight. Ike and Ellie at Berkeley's lab talk about, all right, we're going to do this. And like, all the big talk about people stealing Japanese baits and like that whole, oh my gosh. And all the comments and the
Nessie the flagship. Yes, sir. The Nessie stole the flagship.
Didn't freaking Strike King, they did like a mag draft copy and they literally named it the final
copy. Yep. Facts.
Like, there's no hiding it. I just don't. Yeah. So anyways, that's always going to be a thing, but we don't have to, don't buy into the hype. But, oh my gosh, like there's just no, remember like the Senko, which is one of the most, if not the most popular soft plastic lure in the world, was modeled after a ballpoint pen that Gary Yamamoto had on his desk.
Facts.
A pen. Just remember that. Like, people got like the most lifelike 3D action, and it's like, that's great, but they fucking eat a thing that looks like a pen.
Facts.
365 anywhere in the world where they live. Like we're really, we don't have to.
No, we have to overthink that.
What? It just doesn't bode well. Yeah.
This little thing is adorable.
Well, D-Money said he's got to be there when you start throwing that.
When you plan on tossing that, I want to be there for that. Bruh, I'm pretty sure the first fish that eats that's gonna break it. I am 100% sure. Like this thing, it feels like quality, but it's so tiny. And I've seen what my fish eat, so I know this thing is gonna get fucking straight down to the gullet head first. But yeah, I won't be throwing it for Tournament of Champions because that water is horrible. We're supposed to get some rain, so we'll see. We'll see. What the hell? You did a followage? It said I've been following for 6 years, 5 months, 30 days, 7 hours.
How is that your first chat if you've been following for 6 years?
Man. What's up, Bobby? You come and say hi to the stream? Come on.
Holy crap. From the clouds.
Come on. Hey, baby dude. Come on up, Bobus. Say hi to everybody.
Yeah, we got those storms getting ready to fire up off the coast, so everybody that's near the coast, go ahead and get you some generators and some gas cans filled up.
You gotta get some
Not
bread.
to use, but to sell for 5 times what you paid for it.
You gotta get some bread and milk. Get that bread and milk. Show them your wrinkles, Bobies. Show them those wrinkles, Bobby. That's Bojangles. That's the Bowberry biscuit.
Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm. Gotta get the milk and bread. Hey, Breeze. Yeah, definitely need to go get some gas for the truck. Ugh.
Yeah, I should probably do that too.
Yeah, we're about to get what, 3 or 4 days of just straight rain or something like that.
The jury's still out on where they're going to go, and all the models. There's a lot of fear mongering going on the social media where they're like, the current model shows da da da. Like that's going to fucking change in 3 hours. Like let's not do too much engagement farming. But we'll see. So if I don't get taken out, I might see y'all in the future. If not, y'all can have my beetle spins.
Get the beetle spin and Starbright.
My rooster tails. Actually, no, my roosters are going to Listerine. No, we got so y'all can have my Omniflex stash.
Get the Omniflex.
And free squash.
Free squash. All right.
Hell yes.
It's 10 o'clock, everybody. Man, I thank y'all so much for coming out, hanging with us. Those bands are going to help your hook set.
Bands will make her dance.
Hey.
Bands will make her dance. All these carp splashing in the water, I'm just catching hands.
Hey. Juicy J coming in here. He'll probably go out fishing with us one day.
So we're gonna have some of these. We're gonna have some honeycombs. And we got the big boys.
When you gonna start all that? When's the adventure of...
At this rate, 2027 looks good.
All right, cool.
And I gotta show these off real quick before we go. Yeah, I'll be sending them out. I'm gonna be making like 400 of these things. I damn sure ain't gonna fish them, so y'all check the boxes.
All right, I'm down.
But one of the packages came with these little hand tongs. See that shit?
You got. That's
you know how ignorant I'm about to get with these. Like imagine, like I'm gonna be at work and I do like video sessions sometimes. Like I'm gonna sneak these in and like underneath the bottom. I'm like, all right. So here's what I'm thinking. And take me seriously. if you're really gonna try, like so you're over here, and there's all this shit going on, and we're trying to move you this way. So if we're gonna get you here, we got to really look at, you know what I mean? And I'm just gonna act like there's nothing fucking wrong.
Do the round of applause.
Nothing wrong.
You gotta hit him with the bottom screen round of applause.
Like, you know what I mean? Just have, just a little bit of this, that, and the other. But they're blue, so it's like I got hypothermia.
Yeah.
Like I need to give you some pointers, but I'm also hypothermic.
You got the Smurf paws out.
Right. I'm really gonna need you to lock in for the next quarter because your sales are down.
Sales.
Your hijinks are up. Like, you know what I mean? Like
marketing is fall for your shenanigans way too long.
I'm gonna be doing. This will probably get introduced when I'm doing some of the dice bait pouring and all this kind of stuff.
Yes, please, please.
Get ready. Just get some. Oh shit!
Oh, it's gone. Spilled the drink. Oh man, small hand gang.
Life is giving you the keys. Are you going to take the wheel for a change? You know what I mean? Like, it's just have a lot of inspirational. There's a lot of possibilities. I don't think anybody's ready. I'm not even ready.
You got room for activities with those little things.
Hell yes.
All right, everybody.
A lot of trouble.
No. Y'all all have a great day, night, evening, afternoon. What else I miss? Yeah, all them things. We'll probably see y'all in 2 weeks, as long as the storm doesn't take us out or health reasons. We'll figure it out. Y'all have a great one, man. I appreciate y'all for coming out, hanging out with us. YouTubers, man, I appreciate y'all too. Y'all have a great night. Yeah, no, I gotta remove all them hydrates. But yeah, man, we'll talk to y'all in 2 weeks. Y'all have a great one.
Till next time.
Till next time.